Hey everyone, happy Friday. Hope everyone's having a great day today. Coming to you today with my reader's update and my February wrap up because this is it, people. I only read 4 books in February. Yeah. Reader slump. Can anybody say reader slump? It was terrible. This is it. This is all I read. Let's start off with so I'm doing a reader's update and a wrap up all together because this is it. First book I have here is by Maria Vale. It's The Last Wolf, The Legend of All Wolves. This is book number 1 in the Legend of All Wolves series. And this was on Silver Neldater. Yeah, that last name. Yeah, there it is right there. And his name is Tiberius Levereau. And this is a paranormal. Both of them are like, they can turn into wolves, but they're different because on a full moon, she can't stop herself from turning. She automatically turns into a wolf. But he, when there's a full moon, he doesn't turn. So he's more, I guess they call them the werewolf. So it's a distinction between the two. And the way they get together is that, when this book first starts, you get a little background of the werewolves and what's going on. And they live they bought up a lot of land. Because I think they came from Europe and they came to America. And they've bought up a lot of land so that they can, and the land is, they have I forgot if they have like a wall or something around their land or fence. Because, like I said, they're real wolves. Like when the full moon come out, they turn. So they have to have like a separate place for them to, be free and turn and don't have to worry about nobody trying to kill them or whatever. And so the way they meet is Silver, she's part of that pack, and Tiberius ends up on their land, beat up and stuff, and she is not like alpha or anything. She's like in the middle of the pack, so she's trying to find someone she can wolf want to have their partners or whatever. And since one of her friends that she thought she was going to be mates with, he gets run off from the pack, so she meet Tiberius, who ends up on their land, who is and they can I guess they can tell the difference between like the wolves that turn when the full moon come out, and like I guess they kind of call them humans. I forgot what they call the ones that don't turn, but they're werewolves, but they don't turn when the moon comes out. They still can be human and they live with the humans. But with Silverpack, they have to stay among themselves because, like I said, when that full moon come out, they can't stop themselves from turning into wolves. So that's how she meet Tiberius. He's from another pack, and she ends up hooking up with him, and he have to be initiated into the pack, and it just goes through him being initiated into the pack. But something else happened in there that you'll find out about Tiberius if you read this. I'm just going to give this 3.5 stars because I don't want to read it again. And if I bought the second book to this before I read this, because if I had read this first, I wouldn't have bought the second book because it didn't capture my attention that much for me to want to read this again. But I will recommend it. Like I said, I give it 3.5 stars. I love this cover. Belle, The Last Wolf, and this is book 1 in the Legend of All Wolves series. Next, I have How to Tame a Beast in 7 Days by Kerrelyn Sparks. This is another paranormal, and this is on Loose Luciana, and what is his name? I think his name is well, they call him Leo, and Luciana is brought up in a convent because you got the king. This is where you get dealing with kings and stuff. You got the king of this island or this place who has outlawed anybody with magical powers or being a twin, because he thinks something is weird about being a twin. So if you're a twin or if you have some kind of magic power, and they call these people embraced. And Luciana ended up at the convent because she was a twin. So she got separated. She didn't know who her family was. She got separated from her family, and now she's living at the convent with other girls who have been looked at as if they're embraced also. I guess they have certain powers or something. So their parents have sent them away to keep them from being killed to this convent. And because Luciana thinks she don't have a family. Then one day this man shows up and she finds out that he's her father. And Luciana, her power is that she can see dead people. And she sees her sister, her twin sister, because her twin sister has ended up getting killed. And that's why her father has showed up, because he has, the king wants his daughter to marry Leo. And Leo have power too, but they didn't take him away because, yeah, he part of the royal family. So he didn't get taken away and put on, you know, because he has power too. His power is like dealing with lightning or whatever. So Luciana's father shows up at the company, and that's when she finds out she had a sister and she has a father. And he ends up taking her to take her sister's place because her sister has died of some kind of, I guess she got called a cold or a disease or something on the ship, or was poisoned or something like that. I can't remember. So it's about Luciana impersonating her sister, and she's been betrothed to Leo. I'm trying to figure out their relationship because it's an arranged marriage, and it goes from there. And this is another one that I just give 3.5 stars. I know I didn't explain that too good. I'm not good at explaining these books, but this is another series. This is the Embrace series, and this was book 1 in the Embrace series, and it's How to Tame a Beast in 7 Days. Like I said, it's nothing that I would want to go back and read. I'm not going to continue with the series. It didn't capture my attention that much. I'm just going to give it 3.5 stars. Next, I have Piper Davenport. This came out of the romance box, and I went ahead and read this because it wasn't that many pages. So I went ahead and read this, and this is book 6 in the Dogs of Fire book. This is a motorcycle romance, Road to Peace, and this was on Macy Mann and Connor Wallace. All his friends call him Hatch, and he's in the Dog of Fire motorcycle club. And he meets her when she's leaving a beautician, and she gets to her car, and her car won't start. And she sees this car shop across the way, and she goes over there, and that's how she first meet Connor, because he come back and help her with her car. And but they don't talk. He just help her with her car. They talk a little bit, and he goes back to the garage where you fix cars or whatever. And the way they end up meeting is that her daughter is taking ballet lessons, and I think Connor has a friend whose daughter is also taking ballet lessons or something. And I think that's how they meet up again, and they talk, and I think they go and eat at a restaurant, and that's how their relationship start. Only thing about this, I liked the story. The story was good. It had a little twist in there that I kind of saw coming, but I didn't want to believe it at first, what was going on. But yeah, it just threw me for a loop there. But this is another one I give 3.5 stars. And the relationship, I understand you get into the relationship with somebody. It didn't seem that they was in a relationship long enough for her to be like, here's my key to my apartment. You can, come to my apartment. Here's the key. I was like, you giving him a key already? I was like, really? Okay. You're doing too much. I was like, oh no. But like I said, I won't be continuing it in, like, this is book 6. I don't think you have to start at the beginning to read this book because it's only like a totally different couple, and you do meet other people in the motorcycle game, but it's nothing where you would need to understand from the other books to read this book. I think you could read this as a standalone. And like I said, this is book 6 in the Road of Peace, Dogs of Fire book. I give it 3.5 stars. It was nothing I want to go back and read again, and I won't be continuing with the series with this one either. And last but not least, I have Expose. And this is book number 5, I guess, volume 5. I think this is book 5. But the Expose is like when you start off reading this, it's a little section in here that they are magazines. Like a magazine, like they're like a TMZ. And that's why it's like expose, and I guess it's a bunch of books in the expose under the expose series. And the name of this is Sugar, and this is by Mandy Beck, and this is on his name is Bo, and her name is Addie Mae Masters. I think this is set in Texas because he's a country singer, and he's the bad boy of country, and his label has just let him go because yeah, he's doing things he ain't supposed to be doing. And Addie Mae, she works for a record company, Hard Candy Records, and they take his contract. And she's been tasked to keep him in line, and that's how their relationship start. And like, I want to do a disclaimer. This start off with some, yeah, sexual situations going on. I was like, already? Before we even get into the book? Yeah. Because like I said, he's a bad boy of country music. Yeah, he be doing the most. So if you don't like a lot of sexual content in your novel, this might not be for you. These other had sexual content too, but it wasn't as, you know, it was just a little, it wasn't over the top or anything, but this is a little bit over the top. I was like, we're already on chapter, let me see here. Chapter 1 already. I like how they did if you can see it, it's like little musical notes, how they did that. The first chapter always, the whole chapter is like little musical notes in there. Each one of the chapters have that in there. Let me see. Let's see. This is chapter 7. But yeah, I give this 3.5 stars too. It was nothing. I don't want to continue with the expose series. It was nothing that made me want to come back and say I want to read this again. So I won't be reading any of these again. I read 4 books in February. That was it. And I gave all of these 3.5 stars. I would recommend all of these. They were good stories, but it was nothing there that I want to go back and say, hey, I want to read this again. So that's all I have. All I read for February. That was it, and I'll be donating that to the library. Donate all of those to the library. And I have, today is the day I'm supposed to pull for my winner for my 4-year anniversary. I got my little cup here, my BB-8 cup. All of you know I love Star Wars, so I had to get this cup. I got the names in here, so let me shake it up and pull a name. Good luck, everybody. Got the name here. Let's open this up and see what I have. See who the lucky winner is. It's Blue Violet 82. We Shouldn't is the book that she requested, and I will be ordering that book for you, and as soon as I get it, I will send you the book and the $20 gift card. I'll email you later on this evening for your address where you want me to send all this to, and once I get everything in, I will be sending you your book. Congratulations, Blue Violet. Blue Violet 82 is the winner. I will be getting that sent off as soon as I get the book in, and I will be emailing you this evening. That's all I have for now. I will be coming back with another video because I want to do my March murder mystery video next. So for the month of March, because it's March 1st, everybody. Yeah, these days are flying by. So that's all I have for now. See you in a few. Bye.